Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today we are diving into some major changes announced by the Home Office in January 2025 regarding work sponsorship and British citizenship applications. These updates are significant, so let's break everything down. But before we delve into the details, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for upcoming updates. Thank you for doing so. First up, let's talk about the Certificate of Sponsorship (COS) fees. Hold on to your seats. They are proposing to increase the fee from £239 to a whopping £525. This is a massive jump that's going to affect both employers and international workers. For employers planning their recruitment budgets for 2025, this is definitely something to factor in. The increase in fees is not just a minor adjustment. It reflects a broader trend in the UK's immigration policies, which are becoming increasingly stringent and costly. This shift is likely to impact hiring strategies, particularly for businesses that rely heavily on international talent. But here's something crucial everyone needs to know: employers are strictly prohibited from passing these costs on to candidates. The Home Office is taking a tough stance on this. If any employer asks you to pay for your own costs, that's a big red flag and could result in their sponsor license being revoked. The government is really cracking down on this practice, emphasizing the importance of protecting international workers from unfair financial burdens. This rule aims to ensure that employers take full responsibility for the costs associated with sponsoring international talent, which is a significant shift in how these processes have been managed in the past. Now, let's talk about British citizenship applications. The naturalisation fee is set to increase to £1,650 for British citizenship and £1,070 for British Overseas Territory citizenship. This is part of the government's broader strategy to reduce the system's reliance on taxpayer funding. The rationale behind these increases is to create a more self-sustaining immigration system, one that doesn't place undue pressure on public resources. While the government argues that these fees contribute to the economy and cover the administrative costs of processing applications, many prospective citizens see this as an additional hurdle to achieving their long-term goals. Here's an interesting number for you: these changes are projected to generate an additional £269 million annually for the UK economy. That's quite a significant amount, showing just how much impact these fee increases will have. The government is clearly banking on this revenue to fund various programs and initiatives, but it raises questions about fairness and accessibility for those seeking to establish their lives in the UK. The financial burden of these fees can be particularly daunting for individuals and families who have already invested significant amounts in visa applications, legal fees, and other related costs. The Electronic Travel Authorisation (ETA) fee is also getting a bump up to £6. While this might seem small compared to other increases, it's part of the larger picture of rising immigration costs. Each of these fees adds up, and for anyone navigating the UK immigration system, the cumulative effect can be overwhelming. It's essential to consider how these incremental increases contribute to the overall landscape of immigration expenses, especially for those who may be applying for multiple visas or permits. Let's put this in perspective. If you've been on the immigration journey, think about what you've already paid: study visa fees, immigration health surcharge, IHS charges, post-study work visa fees, and if you've brought family, those costs multiply significantly. Many of you could probably start a small business back home with what you've invested in UK immigration fees. This reality highlights the financial strain that the UK immigration system can place on individuals and families. The high costs can deter potential migrants and create barriers that make it difficult for skilled workers to contribute to the UK economy. For healthcare workers, there's no special treatment this time. These new COS fees will apply across all sectors, including health and care visas. This is particularly significant given the historical reliance on international healthcare workers. The NHS and other healthcare sectors have long depended on skilled professionals from abroad to fill critical roles, and these fee increases could complicate future recruitment efforts. It raises concerns about the sustainability of healthcare services in the UK, if the cost of bringing in talented professionals becomes prohibitive. The implementation timeline isn't set in stone yet. These proposals need to go through Parliament and other legal processes. But here's my advice. If you're planning to apply for British citizenship, or if your employer is planning to sponsor workers, you might want to move quickly while the current fees still apply. Given the uncertainty surrounding the timeline for these changes, it's wise to stay proactive and informed. Timing your applications could save you a significant amount of money, especially if the proposed fees are approved and come into effect sooner than anticipated. What's particularly interesting is how these changes reflect the government's broader immigration strategy. They are clearly trying to balance several factors: reducing net migration, ensuring the immigration system is self-funding, and maintaining the UK's attractiveness to skilled workers. The challenge lies in achieving this balance without alienating potential immigrants or damaging the sectors that rely on their expertise. It's a delicate dance, and the government's approach will likely continue to evolve in response to public sentiment and economic needs. For employers, this means more careful planning is needed. The increased cost fee isn't just about the higher amount, it's about budgeting for international recruitment in a system that's becoming more expensive overall. Some employers might need to reassess their recruitment strategies, especially smaller businesses that may not have the resources to absorb these costs. The pressure to remain competitive in attracting skilled workers while managing rising expenses could lead to significant changes in how companies approach hiring in the future. Despite these increases, it's important to remember the value that migrants bring to the UK economy. International workers aren't just paying these fees, they are contributing through taxes, filling crucial skill gaps, creating jobs through entrepreneurship, and enriching the cultural fabric of British society. The contributions of migrants extend beyond mere financial transactions. They enhance innovation, drive economic growth, and foster diversity. As the UK grapples with these changes, it's vital to recognise and celebrate the positive impact that migrants have on the country. Looking ahead, there's a possibility of more fee increases. The government seems to be taking a stepped approach to making the immigration system self-funding, so we might see further changes as 2025 progresses. Keeping an eye on these developments will be crucial for anyone affected by the immigration system. Being aware of potential changes allows individuals and families to prepare and adapt their plans accordingly, ensuring they remain informed and proactive in the face of uncertainty. For those currently in the UK on work visas, these changes might affect your long-term plans, especially regarding citizenship applications. It might be worth reviewing your immigration timeline and potentially adjusting it based on these new fees. Understanding how these updates impact your situation can help you make informed decisions about your future in the UK. Remember, while these fees are significant, they are part of a process that can lead to permanent residence and citizenship in the UK. Many still find the investment worthwhile for the opportunities and stability that British citizenship offers. The long-term benefits of living and working in the UK, alongside the security and rights that come with citizenship, often outweigh the immediate financial costs. I'll be keeping a close eye on any further developments, and will update you as soon as these proposals are confirmed or if any new changes are announced. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications to stay informed. Staying updated on these matters is essential, as changes can occur rapidly and without much notice. And here's a final piece of advice. If you're affected by these changes, consider consulting with an immigration professional to understand how they impact your specific situation. These are complex changes, and professional guidance can be invaluable. Navigating the immigration system can be challenging, and having an expert on your side can help you avoid pitfalls and make the most of your opportunities. That's all for today's update. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear how these changes might affect your plans. Don't forget to like and share if you found this information helpful. The more we share information, the better prepared we all are for these changes. Stay informed, stay prepared, and I'll see you in the next video.